Battle lines over district lines. I'm Adrienne Pedersen. Today on Upfront. Wisconsin's Democratic governor creates his People's Maps Commission. The Republican speaker calls it phony.
He can form whatever kind of, fake, phony partisan process he wants to create.
Next, Speaker Robin Vos on where Republicans will work with the governor this year and where they'll clash. Plus,
I'm Matt Smith in Iowa. The first big contest of 2020 is just hours away. We'll look ahead to the Iowa caucuses.
And caucusing on campus.
Because I petitioned to have one here, and they said yes, because we have a lot of Iowa students here, actually.
How an Iowa caucus is coming to Marquette University in Milwaukee.
Taking on the issues important to Wisconsin. This is Upfront with your host, Adrienne Pedersen.
Thank you for joining us. Governor Evers calls for the People's Maps. The Democratic governor signed an order creating his People's Maps Commission. The nonpartisan panel, made up of volunteers, will travel to all 8 Wisconsin congressional districts to hear testimony. Then they'll draw their own version of electoral maps in 2021.
When elected officials can rely on the safety of their seat rather than the quality of their work, again, something's wrong.
Republicans say the People's Maps will be unconstitutional, and the legislature has the power to draw the maps, which the governor can then accept or veto. Is this a sign of a battle to come over redistricting? And where can Republican lawmakers work with the governor on the 2020 agenda he outlined in his State of the State address? So we're asking Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos about all of this. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, good morning, Adrienne.
So let's start with redistricting. Governor Evers appeared on the show last week. I asked him about it. I want to play a clip for you and then get your reaction.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and listen.
We're not saying that the maps we draw are not we, this bipartisan commission or nonpartisan commission draw, are going to be the law of the land. What we're doing is giving people an opportunity to express their interest in this topic and help us draw truly nonpartisan maps.
So what's your reaction to what he said?
Well, Governor Evers has the right to bring together any volunteers that he wants for any topic that he wants, and he's doing that in a bunch of different topics. But I would say on this, the Constitution is really clear. This is a job done by the legislature. He, like any other traditional bill that would pass, has the right to sign it or veto it. He can try to influence the process throughout the way that we go. But we're going to follow the process that we always have, which is to basically have legislators craft a bill, introduce it into the process, take testimony, listen to better ideas to make the bill as strong as it can be, and then ultimately send it to the governor to be signed or vetoed.
Is there any room for interpretation, though, with the Constitution? Because, yes, it says the legislature should draw the maps, but he's saying it wouldn't be the law of the land.
Well, anybody has the right to draw their own maps. I mean, frankly, there's an app online that you can do it and go on and use data to draw it yourself in your own living room. So people are going to probably submit maps. Those are things that we'll take a look at. But at the same time, we're going to go through the traditional process. Just like a citizen can have a great idea, but then they go to their elected official to present it where they either vet it or say, I'm not interested. It will be the same this way. So we're not going to let an individual introduce a bill in the legislature, just like we wouldn't allow a commission made up of volunteers, probably Democratic activists who are going to be part of this process, and say somehow that's a nonpartisan process.
What type of fight do you think could shape up over this coming in the next year?
Well, I don't think it has to be a big argument. I think that there is a way for us to look. I mean, even if you read the governor's executive order, he basically said that the criteria that we believe, which is should be compact and contiguous, we try to keep communities of interest together. You want to keep core districts the same so you don't have people switching legislators. I think all of those things are principles that we would already employ in the maps. So I think in many ways, the maps that we will draw through our process will be similar to the ones that they draw, unless they choose to have some kind of a partisan tinge to their process to make Milwaukee into a pizza pie, where we try to get liberals from Milwaukee paired with people in the suburbs so that you now have a competitive district, as opposed to just doing it based on the communities folks live in, where in some ways they already self-select.
Do you think this could end up in court?
It probably will. I think that's really unfortunate. We're going to do everything we can to not have it go to court, which means, look, we want to have a robust process. We want to try to reach out and use all the fundamental principles of drawing the maps that we have, which is why when we went to court the last time, we won with a small, little tweak that the court put into effect. When we went into court in the 1980s, 90s, and 2000s, we won on each of those maps because we used the principles that are under the Constitution. And even when, there's been divided government, usually they've chosen the Republican map because we just do a better job.
I want to ask you about the dairy legislation. So the governor wants to spend $8.5 million over 2 years, things like boosting dairy exports and increasing mental health services for farmers. I know that you've said you want to work together on this. So where does this stand right now? What is the communication?
Well, it's one of those issues where it would have been nice. So when we had our clean water legislation, we formed a bipartisan task force. Before the task force, made up Republicans and Democrats, introduced their bills, we said, go and brief Governor Evers, so hopefully he will support our bills. He gave some feedback. Hopefully that would have happened under things like this, where it should be bipartisan to say, let's sit down and talk about it, as opposed to just throwing them out there and saying, you got to adopt my agenda without any chance for input. So we have actually done something different. We referred his bills to committee. We have met with representatives of our caucus who are actual farmers. We've met with people from the ag community, not just taking what bureaucrats in Madison think is a good idea. So the idea of trying to increase exports, I think that's one that should have easy bipartisan support. We should be the strongest exporter of dairy products in the entire country, right? I want to sell milk and cheese and butter and frankly all agricultural products in every part of the world. So I think that's an area we could find common ground on. Some of the other proposals that he had, which would hire a bunch more bureaucrats in Madison, add more folks, into the UW system, probably a little more skeptical, because I would rather focus on making sure the costs of our farmers are brought down. So perhaps we could do some kind of tax relief. Perhaps we could look at how they get their health care. So I think there are other ideas that Republicans will offer in the coming week that will show that we also want to work with the governor, but probably not on his exact bills that he drafted by himself.
Well, it was interesting. Someone even came to me and said, hey, I thought that Republicans championed farmers and they represent rural districts. Why are they not more excited about what the governor is proposing? Is this just because it's a Democratic governor? So I wanted to send that question to you.
I mean, it's not that. I mean, the fact is, this isn't a prime example of the way that Governor Evers talks in public and the acts that he does in private. This would have been a thing super easy to bring people together, talk about this topic, say, okay, where are your ideas? Let's see where we can find that common ground. Instead, he sat, talked to himself, didn't really, from what I understand, even reach out to the agricultural community, and just kind of plop these bills down in this surprise on the state of the state, and then expected us to all just salute and say, well, geez, if it's an ag bill, we're just going to say yes. Well, there are some good ideas in there, but remember, throughout the course of the past 8 years, we've done a lot for agriculture, but it's an industry that's really hurting. So we want to find things that are going to be transformational, not just adding a couple more bureaucrats to this program or a couple more bureaucrats to that program, which is really what his agenda mostly was.
When it comes to the revenue, the latest estimates I was seeing an additional $451.9 million. The governor says it's too early to decide what to do with that money. What do you want to do with it?
Well, let's remember, it's about $800 million, and half of that automatically goes into the rainy day fund, something that was at zero when Democrats were last in control. Now it's at almost $1 billion. So the money that's left, about $600 million in the state's checkbook, there's two choices, right? Either use it to pay down debt or cut taxes, or use it to grow government. Well, I can promise you we are not going to use it to grow government. So the discussion for us is, are we going to use it to reduce taxes, either income or property, or are we going to use it to pay down debt? So I am very confident that we are going to use the money for one of those purposes and not to do things that would make it more expensive later on.
Do you think you'll be able to work together on that?
With the Senate, there's no doubt about it. Hopefully with the governor too. But as I watched your program last week, he was kind of non-committal. I didn't really understand what his plan was, other than maybe not spending it so we could spend it later. Well, I certainly would rather give it back to the people who are watching so they have an opportunity to make their own decisions and not have the state keep the money and then grow the size of government.
The legislative session ends in March. What do you still want to accomplish?
We have quite a bit. I mean, we have a crime package that's moving its way through, making sure that if someone commits a crime, especially a lot of things that we're seeing in the Milwaukee suburbs where far too much crime is leaching out from Milwaukee, we want to make sure people who commit that crime go to jail. We also have a strong package of water quality bills that were done in a bipartisan way. Hopefully those will make it to the floor. We know we have this issue of tax relief and agricultural relief. I think there's a lot that you're going to be seeing in the next 2 weeks as the Assembly wraps up its session, which is really done by the end of February.
I think what people really want to know is how will Republicans and Democrats, specifically the governor, work together going forward?
You know, we have offered every opportunity that we can. Most of the
Has it gone any better, do you think?
Well, not necessarily, but most of that is by decisions that they're making, I believe. As I said, we briefed him on our proposals. We had 3 task forces, all bipartisan. Most of the bills that we're passing are bipartisan. He's just kind of chosen to take himself out of the equation until he gets the choice to sign or veto the bill, not really involved in the crafting of it. So every bill is bipartisan by its nature when it becomes law because he's a Democrat with Republicans. Would I wish that he would bring us in and talk about issues and actually collaborate earlier instead of kind of doing a surprise, here are my bills, hope you'll support them? I wish that would happen, but that's really up to him to decide. Speaker
Ross, thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Coming up, the first big test of strength in the Democrats' presidential field. The Iowa caucuses are tomorrow night, and our Matt Smith is in Iowa right now. Next, why a small group of Marquette University students will be caucusing on campus. And later, it hasn't happened since 1952. I'll ask whether a contested convention could happen in Milwaukee.